Example, I have a bank and I am having customer information in my customer table. Say customer ID I have, customer name I have, customer address I have, customer phone number I have, communication wise. Customer email ID I have, customer email ID I have. Something like I have different information in my customer table. So I have a customer now. Okay, ID is 1, customer name is EA, address, let's say for example, he has given like BHL Hyderabad. Now he is staying in this place. His registered mobile number when he has opened the account, this one. And his mobile number we have written, and email address is suppose abc @lookintoba.com. This is his email ID. He has registered details like this with my bank. So now in 2012 or 2013, he has opened an account with me, means with my bank, and he has registered all these details. So after some time, means in 2014, this guy has transferred from Hyderabad to Bangalore, let's say for example. At that time, he has given the updated information to me. So what my entry people will do is they will remove this information and they will write, say for example, Coromandel, and they'll write Bangalore. He has updated that record, so the information is like this in my source. This is what happened. After some time, he may move from Bangalore to some other place, right? There is a possibility or not?
Mm-hmm.
He may move to some other place. He may transfer to some other place, and his address may change.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Will tell all those things. Hold on. First, understand the concepts whatever I am discussing. But how many days he has account with my bank doesn't matter. So until unless he changed the bank or he left my bank, his customer ID I will not change, right? He may transfer to different places and he may changes his address, but I do not change customer ID, right? Whenever until unless he is having account with me, so I won't change a customer ID for him. Is it right or not? In this, his name will not change, but his address will change based on time, and his phone number may change based on time. His email ID may change based on time. But his name, most of the time, name will not change and customer ID will not change. Is it correct or not?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. So, if any table, in simple terms, if any table is changing based on time, then we'll call that dimension. Here we will call all tables as dimensions or facts in data warehouse. That's the reason if any dimension is changing over the time, then we will call that dimension as a slowly changing dimension. You got it or not? What is slowly changing dimension? If any dimension is changing over the time, then we will call that dimension as a slowly changing dimension. This is the example. If you guys are clear, then we'll go for next step, because all these theory points are very important to do a practicals.
So your address, phone number, and email are slowly changing dimensions.
No, 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 not like that. The table, whole table, will call it as a slowly changing dimension. The reason is few columns are changing based on time.
Okay.
Need not be all the columns. Any of the columns are changing based on the time.
Okay.
What about Stephen?
So
Phil?
in the conclusion, what can we say?
This
So
type
in
of
conclusion, what can we say SCD1 is?
no, no, no. Forget about 1, 2, 3. Those we will discuss later. I'm just giving. This is data warehouse concept. So what is slowly changing dimension? That definition I am giving. Forget about implementing to 1, 2. Those things I'll discuss later.
Oh, I thought you had said you're going to explain what SCD1 is.
Yeah. Today's topic is
That's what I
SCD.
thought you were doing right now.
No, no, no. Today's topic is SCD1 only. But before that, I'm explaining what is SCD first of all.
Okay.
Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what these type of dimensions we will call it as a SCDs. Now there are 3 types of SCDs. No, 6 type of SCDs, but we will implement very frequently 1 and 2. Now, what is SCD1 implementation? Now, what we implement in SCD1? So, before I discuss how to implement SCD1 and SCD1 implementation, first I should explain you the problem. First, I should explain the problem. If I don't implement SCDs, what's the problem? Why they have introduced this concept? That I need to explain. Say for example, these are the details. I'm getting a lot of noise from somebody. Can you guys be on mute? Whenever you require, you can unmute and you can talk. Okay. So these are the details which he has given when he is opening the account. So these details I have in my source. In simple terms, it's OLTP system. In my source system, means bank source system, the details are like this. After that, I constructed a data warehouse. So I built a data warehouse in simple terms. Okay, all these records, this record has moved to my data warehouse like this. So when he opened the account, he has given all these details. All those details got loaded into the data warehouse as well. Now in 2014, he came and he changed his address like this. Now, as usually, when I am loading my data warehouse, this record is coming from the source now. Now, the point is this customer ID is already existed in my data warehouse. Am I correct or not?
Yes.
Everyday load is going on, but this customer ID is already loaded into the data warehouse earlier, but with different information because the old information BHL Hyderabad is the record we have, our information we have in data warehouse. Now ETLs means our Informatica is taking this record from the source. Now Informatica will get question. This customer ID is already existed in the data warehouse. Now what it should do? It should replace this record with this record in the data warehouse, or we should change only this information because this is the only changed information in the entire record. So if this information could be if this information could be replaced with this, then it's good, right? What implementation I should do now? what is the best option? So do I need to replace entire record with this record, or only I should update this information in the target as well? Because that is the only updated information.
We just have to update.
Hmm.
We can just update that one particular column.
Hmm. Okay. Any other answers? Guys, this time you can talk. So this is the time actually where you need to talk. Whole record replacement. Okay. Any other answers? One column update or entire record is replaced. That is the two answers I got from people. Teja, Phil,
It should be one column update.
okay. Teja, what about you?
So one column update.
That is what SCD1. Whatever updated information we have in the source, same updated information we will update in the target. So that is what SCD. Now this is the first case. In second case,
So we are just updating one
Mm.
column or the whole record?
one whole record we will update it, but we won't replace that record. Okay, I'll tell you more about that. First, let me take second scenario. And this is the another record I have in the source, but but this record is not there in the target, right? When Informatica is loading this loading the data, and it finds this record is there in the source, but this is not there in the target, then what should I do? I should insert this record, or I should update this information in the existing record?
Could you ask the question again?
Yeah. So my question is, our general Informatica loading is going on. So this first record we had discussed, we got couple of answers, like we should replace entire record, or we will update the only column information. Those are the answers we got. Forget about that. I'll tell you later. Now second scenario is, I got another record in the source with customer ID 2 and all the other details. Now Informatica is loading, say for example. Okay, now what should I do with this record? Should I insert this record into the target, or existing record should I change?
No, just insert into the target. That should be enough.
Okay, so I should take this entire record. Okay, in the second case, I should insert the new record like this, right? Suresh, your answer, Suresh, or no, Teja answer. Whoever.
Abhijit.
Okay, Abhijit. Should I insert like this?
Yeah.
Okay. So any other answers?
Is this on the SCD one?
Yeah, same. SCD1
Is
only I'm
that still
talking.
the same?
Yeah. All these today's topic itself is SCD1 implementation. So don't think other topics.
Okay.
Any other answers?
So I think it will override the existing. It will override the existing record
If I
and
override
just
customer ID 1 means first customer information I lose, right?
no. No. You don't lose customer one. In actual fact, if it's updating to, it will override whatever changes from like a history. If the address is the old address, it will just replace it with the new address because there's no historical record that that needs to be tracked with SCD1.
No, my question is customer ID 2 is completely a new customer. See, his name is
Okay.
B and his address is, forget about other details, like his name is different. B,
Okay.
staying in Bangalore, and his phone number is different. His email.
So you just insert it into the target table
Yes,
and
that is the
maintain.
answer because he is a different customer. The one which we already had in the data warehouse is another customer. So I should not lose any customer information, right?
No.
So that is the reason I'll insert the record. So finally, the conclusion is in SCD1. So what we will do is, if any record is already existed in the target, then we will update it. If any record is not existed in the target, we will insert it. That is the conclusion of SCD1. For now, you guys just think about SCD1. Don't think about SCD2 as of now. So if anyone asks you what is SCD1, so SCD1, the meaning of SCD1 is very simple. If any record is already existing in the target, then just update it. If any record is not existed in the target, then just insert it. This is the basic definition of SCD1. Now let me know if you guys have any questions.
No, I'm good.
One question, Ravi. So
Yes.
what is the advantage and disadvantage of SCD1?
Advantage is very simple. Like, however, information I have in the source, exact information will be there in the data warehouse. Most of the
Okay.
time, we will implement SCD1 only. It's just replica of your source. Means whatever current information you have in the source, that information will be there in the data warehouse if you implement SCD1. Okay. For
Okay.
example,
So.
take this example. Hold on, 1 minute.
Uh-huh.
Just take this example. Earlier he has stayed in Hyderabad. Now he is staying in Bangalore. But if you see the warehouse here, it will be if you implement SCD1, right? It will be
Uh-huh.
like this because it has the information in source like this. So it will be exactly similar to your source if you implement SCD1 because however information you have in the source, same information will be there in the data warehouse.
Okay.
That is the
Okay.
first advantage. And the second advantage, the disadvantage of SCD1 is if I want to track his earlier transactions, I cannot find. Like where he stayed previously, where he actually opened the account. All those details I cannot get it if I implement SCD1. Say for example, so far he has stayed in 2 cities, right?
Mm-hmm.
Earlier he has stayed in Hyderabad, now he is staying in Bangalore. But if I want to see the one which we already had, means Hyderabad, I cannot see in the data warehouse if I implement SCD1 because it contains only current information.
Okay.
That is the disadvantage of SCD1. All these 3 points are very very important. If you remember these 3 points, then only you can write the code in Informatica. Otherwise, you cannot write. I'm very sure. That is the reason I'm stressing more on these topics.
Oh, yeah, sounds good.
What about others? Our entire code development will depend on these points only.
So just in addition to my other question,
Mhm.
when do you find SCD1, or when do you find SCD1 to be the ideal for that particular project or for that particular organization?
That actually I cannot say directly answer this, because when I have discussion with customer, then only I can decide should I go for SCD1
Okay.
or should I go for SCD2. The reason is, see, for example, if you take this customer dimension, we will not implement SCD1, because anytime bank may require to see the past transactions with the customer. So we always go for SCD2 for the customer dimension.
So would it be safe to say maybe we might not face, or we might not come across a situation where there's SCD1? Most
SCD1,
likely.
most of the time we will implement SCD1 only. Take any region, location dimension or any time dimension. All those things we will implement SCD1 only. Product dimension, all those things. Normal dimensions.
No, what I was saying is, in the real life, like right now, in the real project that you are,
Mm.
chances of you coming across SCD1 are very slim. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is what about SCD1, guys. Now let's implement practically in real time. But yes. So now let's implement this practically. Before I go for practical implementation, I'm just giving overview. So SCD1 means if any record is existed in the target, then I should update the target record as per the source. That is the first point. If any record is not existed in the target, then I should insert into the target. So that is those are the 2 points I should remember regarding SCD2. Next, next point is, if I want to take some decision whether I should update or whether I should insert a record which is coming from the source, first I should search for that record in the target. Am I correct or not?
Yeah.
If I want to take some decision like the one which is coming from the source, should I update that record which is coming from the source, or should I insert that record into the target? If I want to take that decision, first I should find whether the record which is coming from the source is there in the target or not. That is the first motto of my implementation, right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I want to find the coming record is there in the target or not, what transformation is suitable? We have discussed many transformations. As per this discussion, what is the suitable transformation for our requirement now? Can you guys tell me?
Look up.
Who has given that answer?
Me, Abhijit.
Superman, you have given a very good answer. Lookup is suitable. I really happy for your answer. Lookup is suitable because I want to look up on that particular target table and find that the coming record is there in the target or not. So in lookup, what is the condition we may put, guys? Can you guys guess? What should I do in lookup? So I should create a lookup on target table because I should set a record in the target. Okay, that I accept. Now, what is the condition we may write in the lookup? Any guess?
There should be a matching record because it's left join.
Yes, between source and target, there should be some matching key. Then only we can say the record which is coming from the source is there in the target or not, right? That's it, man. SCD 1.2 implementation is so simple. If you guys understand this point, then your implementation is so easy. Yeah, let's implement practically now. These are the points I want you to understand. So that is the reason I spent this much of time on theoretical point. Yes, yes, yes. Between source and target. That is the reason I spent this much of time. Okay, now let's implement that. We should test as well. First, I am creating the target table. And here, one point I need to you guys understand, without having a primary key in your table, updates are not possible in any of the ETL tools. That may be a Informatica or that may be a ODA or some other data stage. Remember, without you having a key in the target table, you cannot implement updates. You cannot perform updates on the table. So that's the reason I'm adding one primary key.
Ravi, we need a foreign key, right?
Why we need foreign key?
Because we are using the primary key in the source table and then foreign key in the
You will
target
see.
table.
You will see. Hold on. Okay. So I created a target table and I added basically a key for the target table like this. Okay. Now I'm checking whether I have any data in the target or not. I don't have any data now. So as usual, I Don't need to import the source because I'm using again EMP as a source. Now since I don't have target in my okay, no, I'm just importing my target table. I'm just connecting. Okay, now I'm just importing into the okay, I have successfully imported my target table. I'm creating a mapping now. M underscore EMP underscore SCD 1. Just I gave one name. Okay, now I am just dragging and dropping the source tables. I'm dragging and dropping the target table. Both source and target tables I have dragged and dropped. Now, as per our theory, so I should check whether the coming source record is there in the target or not. That is the first checkpoint I should do when I am implementing the SCD1 or to anything SCD implementation. So I should do the first thing is I should check whether the coming source record is there in the target or not. So for that I should create a lookup as per our discussion. So on target, so I'm creating a lookup on target. So this is my target I'm creating now. So I created a lookup on target table, but it's not sufficient, right? If I create a lookup and if I go ahead, it will give you error. First I should define the lookup condition. So how can I define a lookup condition? I should have a common column. See, there are many common columns are available. Most of the time when you are implementing these type of codes, you will have many columns, common columns between source and targets. But on what column you need to define the lookup condition is only key columns. Business key columns only we should define the condition. The reason is, say for example, if I define a lookup condition on department number or salary or e-name, I should get I'll get multiple columns, multiple matching columns. Then we will get a error. I should not do like that. I should get a unique, only one matching record from both the tables, right? Then only our mapping will work perfectly. I should not get multiple matches from the both the tables. So I should get only one table, one record. So that's the reason whenever you are defining a lookup condition, even though you have multiple common columns, you need to create a lookup condition on unique columns. In our case, it's a employee number. Okay. So that is the reason I'm taking this common column employee number and I'm dropping into the lookup. So since I have taken this column from the source to make some difference or to provide some difference, I am renaming this to INP underscore EMP number so that I can easily recognize that this EMP number is coming from the source. And I'm making this as an input port because I'm not I don't want to send this to out. So next I am defining condition. This is the one which I got from the source, and this is from lookup table. So I define lookup condition like this. I am saving. It's invalid mapping, though I am saving. Is it clear so far? Is it clear so far, whatever I did?
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing, tell me, I want to write some expressions here, but before I write expressions, I want to ask a few questions. Tell me, when can I say the coming record is not there in the target? Or when can I say the coming record is there in the target? This is very important, guys. That's the reason I'm
When
asking
the
questions.
workflow, when it gets succeeded, then there's a matching.
What? No, 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 no. Tell me, I mean, succeeded means? No, my question is, okay, I'll explain the question again. So my question is, when can I say the coming source record is there in the target? Or when can I say the coming source record is not there in the target? In which conditions I can say? Okay. Guys, please respond. Okay, one answer I got from Stephen. No other answers? Because it,
I'm not sure about it.
okay, that's okay. Any other answers? Teja, Abhijit, you won't talk?
I just told you an answer. I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
Okay. Very simple, right?
Yes, we can say.
Very simple. If the lookup condition succeeds or lookup condition is true, then the record is there in the target. If the lookup condition fails, that means it did not find the matching record in the target. That means the record is not there in the target. Am I correct or not? See, we have defined a
Yeah.
lookup condition here. Lookup is nothing but your target table. If it finds lookup condition is true, then that means the record is already existed in the target. If the lookup condition fails, means that means what? The record is not there in the target. Is it correct or not?
Yeah.
Now, same thing I am using in expression now. So I am creating expression transformation. So same logic I am going to use. Be careful when I am writing expression. Observe closely. So I am taking one column from the lookup into the expression. Since I took this column from the lookup, I am renaming to provide some difference. I am renaming to lookup, means LKP underscore EMP number. I renamed as like that. So I don't want to pass this to any other part. So that's the reason I made it input port. This is what I did. Now we had some theoretical discussion, like when this lookup condition is true, then that means the record is already existed. When this lookup condition is false, that means the record is not there in the target. So that is the conclusions we got. Now same thing I am using in the expression. So I am creating one port here. the port is insert means ins underscore update underscore flag. So this is the output port. Here now I am writing one expression. IIF means Informatica if condition. I am taking this port is null of LKP underscore EMP number. Then that means I am saying I. Else I am saying you. This is the expression I wrote. Now tell me, can anybody explain the meaning of this expression? What I have written? If you guys can explain this, then the total implementation has completed.
If there is any records, then obviously it's not null and it will display I. It will display U. And if it is null and if there are no records, then it will display I.
Perfect. Perfect. Very good answer. I really appreciate it. So why I have written this condition is very simple. As per our theoretical discussion, I told you when the lookup condition fails, then that means the record is not there. When the lookup condition succeeds, yes, I'll explain. As per our earlier theoretical discussion, so when the lookup condition fails, that means the record is not there in the target. When the lookup condition succeeds, then that means the record is already existed. That is what we discussed. Now same thing here, I'm indirectly implementing here, same thing. So if a lookup condition succeeds, means if a lookup condition is true, I'll get some value to this EMP number, because this is the column which I have taken for from the lookup table, right? So I'll have some value in this column. Is this correct? If lookup condition succeeds, then I'll have some value in this column. Am I correct or not?
Yeah.
If a lookup condition is true or succeeds, then I have some value in the EMP number column, right? Because the record is already existed in the target. So obviously if a record is existed, that record must have a employee number, right? Yeah. That is what I have written, Stephen. So now simple, understand this theoretical point. If a lookup condition succeeds means that employee is already existed in the target. If a employee is already existed in the target, he must have some employee number, right? That is what here I'm using. Is null of LKP square MP number means if it is not null means it have some value. Then I say U. Otherwise I say yes. So this is the point I have explained here. Now I'm just taking that soon. Next what I'll do. Now
So if there's no record, then we're gonna get U, right?
if we don't find the record, we are going to get I. If we have
Sorry,
record,
if we want to, okay, if we don't get.
I didn't clear. I mean, I'm not getting clearly, Teja. Can you come again?
Yeah, I'm a bit confused with that.
What?
When the condition is true,
Ah,
it means that we have a value in the target table as well, right?
yes.
Okay, then we're gonna get I.
No, you. That is what. See the expression.
No. If the condition is true, is null.
See, for example, say for example, lookup condition is true. That means what? the record is already existed in the target or not?
Yeah.
Is it up to, I mean, up to that point you are clear or not?
Yeah, I'm clear.
Okay.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, if the record is already exist in the target means it must have an employee number.
Okay.
Right? Because it's a primary key. So now,
yeah, I got it.
This is the target column. It should not be a null then, if the record is existed.
Yeah.
That is what I'm using here. Now,
Okay.
next thing is, I am taking one more transformation. See, this is the very key points. Please understand properly. I am taking one more transformation, that is router. Now I am taking all the records from the expression to router. Sorry, this is a input column, right? That's the reason I did not connect. Okay, I have connected all the columns from expression to router. Now in router, we know how to use router. I'm going to groups. I'm creating two groups. One is insert group. One is insert group. The other one is update group. Two groups I created. Now insert group means what are the insert records which we insert? The one which we get here flag as I, right? These records we should insert because all these are new records, right? If this column is evaluated to I, that means those are all new records. Am I correct or not?
Yeah.
If the expression which we have written in this column is evaluated to I, that means those records should be inserted into the target, right? Now update group. I am going to update group. Here I am writing condition. If the expression which we have written in this flag, if it is evaluated to you, that means all these records should update, right? As per the source. Am I correct or not? Are we clear on these two? Please respond. Teja.
Yeah, I got it. Just have one question.
Yeah.
How did we match the condition with that INS UPD flag?
Match the condition means I didn't get it.
The condition that we wrote. How did we match it to this variable or column?
Which condition you are talking? Lookup condition?
The is null condition that we wrote. Can you just show the mapping ones?
This one you are talking? This one.
He's asking, we have given I and U.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah.
This expression basically evaluates either R, I or U for all the rows we are getting from the source.
I thought we created a new table and new port in router.
No. I'm just using this one only in router.
Okay.
So to divide the rows basically. So coming records, they may inserted or they may updated. Only two types we have. So that two types I am dividing here basically. Okay, now first I am concentrating on insert, then I'll go for update. Okay, now new transformation here I am introducing, that is update strategy, which is very important. So the purpose of update strategy is it just insert the records or update the records or delete the record or reject the records based on the command which you give in the update strategy. Whatever command you give here, only four types of commands we can give here: either update or insert or delete or reject. These are the four commands we can give in the update strategy. Based on your command, Informatica will either insert or update or delete or reject. So now the records which we are getting from this group, insert group, all these records should insert or update now. These records should get inserted, right? Why you are thinking so much? Because all
Yes,
these
it
flags
needs.
are, all these flags are, all these records are flagged to IE. That means all these are should get inserted, right? That's the
Yeah,
reason.
they're not there in the target table.
So that's the reason I am writing dd underscore insert. In this update strategy, you can write commands like this: dd underscore insert, dd underscore update. Dd means data driven. dd underscore insert, dd underscore update, or delete or reject. You can write like these commands, or you can give numbers as well. If condition is true, then is null. It has value. Correct, Stephen?
No, that was actually me.
Oh, okay.
Because in the previous condition, he said if condition is true, is not null. But our condition itself says it is null, right? Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay. So now you can write commands like this, or you can write numbers as well. 0 means insert, 1 means update, 2 means delete, 3 means reject. Like this, you can give numbers or you can write commands like this. So I have written dd underscore insert now. Now straight away I am connecting all these columns to the target. That's it, my mapping completed. Only insert flow I completed. But I should take care about updates as well, right? So that's the reason I'm taking one more copy of target, same target only. I'm taking one more copy. That's all. I'm not creating second target. Same target table I'm using. I'm not creating second target. Remember, I'm just taking copy of the same target. Now all these updated records, these are updated records. So we should update records as per the source. I'm taking these.
So how do we get the other copy of target? Do we have to drag it again?
Just Control C, paste. That's it.
Okay.
So I have saved. Now in this flow I should change the command or not? See,
Yeah, we need
here
to
we
update
have
this.
insert, right? I should write dd underscore update. Update. That's it. SCD1 implement and completed. Now we need to test this. This is the mapping, whole mapping of SCD1 implementation. Okay, let's test this mapping. First execute it. Yes. When you are using update strategy in the mapping, here the target load type should not be bulk. It should be normal. Otherwise update strategy will not work. So when you are using update strategy, your target load type should be normal. It should not be bulk. If you write bulk, your update strategy will not work. And lookup also a table, right? You should give the connection where we have lookup in the target, right? So that is what I have given, connection details. Now I am saving control S and workflow, go to workflow, create a workflow.
We have given lookup as target, right? So other than the source, all other things come under targets, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
So I created a workflow. Now I am executing this workflow. It will get succeeded. Now let's go and check the data. Okay. So all the records we have. This is not our achievement. Actually, our achievement is we change something in the source and let's see the changes are coming to the target or not. That is actually our achievement. God. Shit. Okay. Now opening okay, let's take one record and let's do the testing. So I'm taking first record Smith as I'm taking Smith for testing purpose. So what is the salary he has now? 800, right? In source. And the target as well, he has 800. Okay. Now I'm changing the salary of Smith. Okay. I'm opening this table. Smith has left. Okay. Okay. This is Smith. He has 800 now. Now I am making his salary as 1000 rupees. I mean $1000. That's all I did. And I am committing the changes. So now I've done some changes and I am committing my changes as well. Okay, now I am writing, I'm executing the query. Now Smith has 1000 salary. And if you go to the target, still Smith have 800 rupees salary, $800 as salary because my ETL did not run so far. Okay, now I am running my ETL. Okay, now I'm going to the target. What is the salary has now? Updates happened or not?
Yeah.
This is what SCD1. Now if you insert a new record also, the new record will get inserted into the target as well. Written something. Okay, Stephen. Tell me, Stephen, I went to source. Okay. Now I'm again. So updates I have seen. I mean, we have seen updates. Now let's insert a new record, and whether that record is coming into the target or not, let's see. Say for example, an odd record I'm inserting.
We can also use an insert statement, right?
Yes, we can use. I am lazy fellow, so that's right, and I'm doing all this. So I inserted a new record. Now I'm committing the changes. So I inserted a new record in the source and I committed. And now I'm going to the source and I'm checking. I have a 15th record now. See, I have totally 15 records. So this is the record just I inserted in my source. Now if you go to the target, you don't see that record because we did not run the ETL so far. If you go here, you don't find the 15th record, only 14 records we have now. Now I am running my ETL. Succeeded. I'm going back to the database and I'm checking. We got this record. So new records are coming and updated records are getting updated. This is what SCD, right?
SCD1.
Yeah.
SCD1.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy the class. So what will happen if you don't run SCD1? Because instead of using SCD1, can't we just make the change to the source? No. What happened is, say for example, if you don't implement SCD1, if you run this mapping again, when you do updates in the source and if you run the mapping, what will happen? Your mapping will fail. The reason is same employee number is already existed. So employee number is a primary key. It will not allow you to insert. Am I correct or not? Guys, you understand, right? If you
Yeah.
don't write this logic in your mapping, what happens? Generally, if you made some changes and if you rerun the mapping again, what happens? Employee number is a primary key and still you are inserting with the, maybe you have updated information, but same employee number is coming to the target. So that means your database will throw you error. The record is already existed, right?
Yeah.
So that is the difference. I hope you enjoy today's class and we'll see SCD2 and or later some advanced concepts.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. We'll meet tomorrow.
Ravi, this is Abhijit.
Abhijit, today only I got good network. Today I'll fix your issue. Mostly I'm thinking like your services are down and you are not checking. Anyways, I'll sit with you today. My
Okay,
evening
so
time.
at what time, if you can just intimate me?
Yeah, as usual, I'll ping you in WhatsApp. In my
Okay.
evening, Indian evening time.
Yeah,
No.
8:30
Yeah.
approximately.
Yes.
Sure. Sounds
Probably now I cannot spend time because I'm moving to office now. So when I reach my home in the evening, I'll sit with you.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. Bye.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
Yeah.